Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Jupiter will transit into Ashlesha Nakshatra from 19th of August and will be in it until 26th June 2027 with a brief transit into Leo zodiac sign in between. So in today's video, let us see how Jupiter transit into Ashlesha impacts Libra Ascendant people. But before that, if you want more details related to this, then please do check out the video of exalted Jupiter transit into the Cancer zodiac sign. It is already published. Having said that, let us begin with this video. Jupiter will be transiting the 10th house in Ashlesha Nakshatra, and let me tell you that Ashlesha energy is not an easy energy to deal with. Your career matters are going to be more intense than average time of your life. The difficulties at the workplace is bound to increase because Jupiter is a third and the sixth lord for you guys going into the house of your career, but eventually you get success after dealing with the difficulties that you experience in this time period. The difficulty starts from an emotional level where you might feel that you are trapped or caged in a certain work setup or a environment with no room for escape. Try to find an escape way, as there is no point of clinging on to a toxic workplace or a toxic environment, as it won't serve any purpose but do more emotional damage to you. Be cautious of your teammates and your co-workers, and do not trust anyone blindly during this time in your workplace, as they will try to put a display of being your friend, but they might be the same person who are plotting and scheming behind your back. They will try to manipulate ways to remove you from your workplace. You might also discover the hidden serpentine tricks that your colleague or a teammate might have schemed behind your back for your exit due to jealousy and workplace rivalry. They will attack your sensitive and fragile nature displayed at the workplace. Basically, it is a tough time to deal with colleagues, as you would never know whom to trust and whom not to, as everyone would put up the act of being friendly, but they are not really your friend. You should be guarded, and you should limit sharing everything about you, and be observant of other people's motives and behavior to safeguard yourself. Eventually, to survive in such a toxic workplace situations, you would also have to be part of the dirty corporate politics, and might have to implement shrewd tactics, as there is no other way but to play mind games for your survival. That is how Aslesha works, you guys. This could be a difficult time to deal with your bosses or authority figures, as well as your bosses will try to micromanage your every small move that you make in a work environment, and might even try to make a needle of a haystack kind of a situation. They will trouble you with a bad behavior, and they will try to portray their image as a fearful one, which all of this would add up to make your workplace more toxic in nature. This placement is literally a double edged sword, as your bosses would act as your mentor as well as your arch enemy of your past life. You would be swamped with work and might even work like a slave for extended hours during this period. But because Jupiter is transiting the Aslesha Nakshatra, Jupiter brings in a sense of justice, if and it kind of exposes the wrongdoings and the tricks played by your enemies, and would give a sense of relief in those department until this transit is in place. This is the time to work on your hidden insecurities and fears linked to your career, and it is better to put no stone unturned to guard your job. In fact, fear is so high in Aslesha Nakshatra that you try to over prepare, and you even create a backup of a backup and get success because of taking fear based decisions, and because you want to try to control every damn situation possible. But it is good to be fearful and to take steps to solve it, to overcome that fear. It is, also better to let go of the fear, because living in fear is not really living, right? Your work will involve now dealing with secrets, confidential information, probably of the customers, probably of banking customers, or it could also be confidential business secrets. This will be the time to spend on analysis related work, or to find quick solutions to fix some past problems and complex issues, especially related to hidden projects or projects which is not yet visible to the general public, in the domain linked to consultancies, strategy making, healing, real estate, data related job roles, or research oriented fields. Lot of your time would be spent to put intense efforts behind the scenes to make such projects work, especially by learning and keeping yourself up to date, by keeping up with the market trends, and increasing the marketing activity for your products, and increasing the conversations at your workplace. More than profit generation, this is the time of recovery of the past losses that has happened in your work front. Some of you might be even juggling two job roles at the same time to recover your past losses. You could also have foreign clients or customers during this time, or there is a possibility of getting an international job offer in this time period. You might also have to spend a lot during this time, especially linked to fixing any paperwork related issues related to your work, or some kind of a foreign work matter, or that could be expenses on passport, work visa related processes. Now you also are very guarded when it comes to your career matters, when it comes to what projects you are working, when it comes to the tasks that has been assigned to you that you work on. And you do not like anyone intruding into your tasks, your projects, right, that are assigned to you. And you even have the ability to poison anyone if you feel threatened due to anybody kind of trying to snatch away your work or your job. So this is a great time to let go of this obsession and clingy behavior to a specific task, to a specific project, or to a specific job role, and let go of this toxic attachment so that you can proceed for a much better role for you. This is a great time for healers, doctors to make antidotes which could be a lifesaver on a larger scale for a larger crowd. While Ashlesha Nakshatra is known to guard treasure and knowledge, Jupiter transit to this nakshatra asks you to share the guarded and the hidden knowledge that you have, so that you can benefit with you become the source which would benefit a wide variety of audience. Now, you might have to deal with criticism and humiliation from your younger siblings, which might make you emotionally sad during this period. When it comes to your public reputation, your bosses and colleagues will try to sabotage your reputation by talking ill about you behind your back, and by trying to negatively influence others about you. You would be a hot topic of office gossips, and that is for sure. While you will worry about your reputation, because you are able to read between the lines, and because you know who is talking what about you behind the backs, and you are able to see what your enemies are trying to do negatively for you, but do not worry, as your name to fame would come with the help of your dear enemies. Your enemies makes you famous because internally they feel threatened about your hypnotic presence. You would be insulted by your colleagues and bosses, and these insults help you to achieve much greater level of success than you could have actually had in the beginning. While you would fear the immoral and unethical tactics implemented by your bosses and colleagues, eventually Jupiter is going to expose it and turn things into your favor. Your name to fame is about being a victim to a high level corporate politics, which in turn helps you, and which in turn also destroys the ones who is doing all this scheming and plotting. Aslesha Nakshatra has a lot of wisdom, planet of wisdom, due to which, after experiencing tremendous struggles at your workplace and overcoming it, your public reputation will get linked to being a wise moral mentor figure at your workplace. You also have a natural magnetic appeal which hypnotizes people and draws them towards you. While you worry a lot about your professional identity and you want to cling on to a certain image, to a certain flashy title, to a certain corporate role, which is displayed in front of the society, that identity of yours, to the point that you also have the ability to control how others view you by manipulating your social image, by manipulating your professional identity. Please understand that there is no point of clinging to a certain image of you in the society. Just let it go, and Jupiter transit to Aslesha will teach you the art of letting go, the concept of how letting go of the concept of how people view you, especially if it no longer serves a purpose for your future life path, right? You have to let go of the idea of attaching your identity to working in so and so company, to a certain kind of a flashy corporate title. Also, it is better for you to keep your professional moves guarded and hidden during this period. While it might be a tough period, do not let the bitterness and resentment capture your heart, and Jupiter demands you to let go of the toxic attachments, resentment, bitterness, because it is not going to serve purpose in your life going forward. Now, Jupiter aspects are generally considered more auspicious than where it sits or transits. So, for Libra ascendant people, the Ashlesha Jupiter aspects second, fourth, and the sixth house. So the fifth aspect of 10th house Ashlesha Jupiter is on your second house of family, your values. So this is a period where you might try to be very strategic on how to improve your financial net worth. You would have penetrating insights on where to invest and where not to invest to gain maximum out of a particular asset. Your younger sibling might take a loan to acquire a real estate asset during this time, and this could be a time where if you have a habit of clinging on to your possessions, especially the possessions that are acquired either via debts, it could be jewelry, some kind of communication device. This is a time to let go of that attachment to your possessions and assets. And this is a good time to work on your past emotional traumas linked to scarcity of money. The seventh aspect of 10th house Ashlesha Jupiter is on your fourth house of home, happiness, security. So, this is a period where you will feel intense cravings and attachments to your home, to your native land. You are obsessed with your, comfort, and if there is any intruder, you literally feel threatened by it, and try to kind of make schemes and plots to ward off the intruders in your life. Your need for privacy increases so as to safeguard your vulnerable emotional state in this period. And it is better take care of your food during this time, as there is a possibility of health issues due to food contamination. The ninth aspect of 10th house Ashlesha Jupiter is on your sixth house of deaths, illnesses, diseases, right? So this is going to be an intense time to deal with serpentine enemies, but you will also apply cunning and shrewd tactics to win over the enemies psychologically, but try to be as ethical as possible, because every action you take, you are going to get a reaction back, right? The medicines and the antidotes that you take in this period will work wonders for you. And do not let toxic work environment ruin your mental peace during this time period. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys like the video. Please do mention your experiences of this transit in the comment section, and do support the channel so that I can continue to make more videos. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.